Hello, everybody. Hello. It's been way too long. I hope everyone's having a lovely day. Uh, and yeah, we are. If the title of the stream wasn't obvious, we are going to be playing Slay the Princess. Now, this game has been on my radar for quite a while, and I've been not holding off on playing it. I definitely have kept myself away from most spoilers, but I do know like a few of the routes, and I've seen like I want to say the majority of like the princess is question mark plural maybe, but yeah, I have I've definitely had my eye on this game for quite a while, and I just figured now was as good a time as any. This is gonna be probably a long stream if I can help it. I really want to just like really sink my teeth, or maybe sink something else in to this. That's not a euphemism, by the way. I mean like knife. Um, anyway, but yeah, I hope everyone's having a lovely start to their week, though. It's been, I wouldn't say bad. It's just been more of the usual. You know, trying to make that bread, as they say. I would have liked for this game to be on sale when I bought it, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I'm okay for now, at least, but maybe here in a little bit, maybe in December time, I might have like a little fundraiser or something to help with. Well, not I don't want to say like a subathon or a fundraiser. I really don't want to force people to or like make them seem like they're obligated to donate. But yeah, just something to help me out. Maybe that we can try and organize something like that. But yeah. Oh, we got an ad break. I see it's time to slay. I will get my halberd. Hi, Indra. I hope you're doing well, hun. And yes, it is time to slay. We are going to be slaying some princesses, probably. Hmm. Sorry, I'm taking a sip of water. Maybe drinking a lot of soda wasn't really a good idea before stream, but I love me my Dr. Pepper. Actually, let me see. Can I scoot myself just a little bit down? Mm. I'm doing well as you can be. Yeah, that's about right. I really need to get. I need to figure out this stream stuff better. Maybe actually, hold on. Like, don't I background? Let's see. Is it? I hope I got the right one. Wait, no, it'd be the one on top, right? So it'd be this one. Oop. Oh wait, that's right. I remember now. I didn't. Because if I. Oh well, it's fine. I guess that means I just need to make a better background next time, or change it. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought the table was a good idea. I made it like way too big. It takes up like a third of the thing. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Sorry. I'm just trying to run out the time for the ad breaks. That way, people who aren't subbed can enjoy and watch along with us. But yeah, I am. Ooh, Callie's live. Sorry. And Fairbanks is doing some D&D characters. Let's see. Oh, they're doing Pokemon Black and White. Nice. Just lurking. I'm lurking in my, well, I'd say friends, but Callie is. Haven't seen them in a while. They were happy to see me whenever I popped into their chat. It's been a while. I guess they're back on streaming because, yeah, they streamed yesterday and now today too. It says Pokemon Nuzlocke Challenge Part 1. So are they back? That'd be amazing. You know, like, we weren't like close, but, you know, I drew their Homestuck character and they were always very nice to me and I really appreciated that. They're my, I had them as my desktop background of their avatar in a box. uh, they're a raccoon VTuber. And, yeah. So the ad break's done, so I guess that's about as good enough time as any to, I guess, get started on the game. I need to work on my talking ability, or my charisma modifier. Just, or performance, would that be? I don't know, D&D terms. Yeah, I don't know how some people can just, like, have, like, the start of the stream just be an hour of them talking and talking. I just run out of things to say. And I get nervous. But I hope everyone doesn't get bored of me talking. And I hope you're ready to play this game as much as I am. Because this game, for those who don't know, Slay the Princess, is all hand-drawn. Everything from the... Oh, I think they do have, like, some digital effects, you know. But all of the drawings and backgrounds and the characters you see... I'm just... Thank you, hon. I appreciate it. But yeah, all the drawings and characters and everything pretty much you see is all hand-drawn with pencil and paper, and it's amazing. And that's partially why I, you know, have such fond feelings for this game that I haven't even played yet. I just really appreciate the care and craftsmanship that went into it. But yeah, let's go ahead and I guess jump in. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Yeah, and there is the princess. And I'm like, a few of my friends have played and I kind of popped in. Again, like, I've been avoiding the, I did try to avoid, like, any spoilers and stuff like that, like, especially for the endgame stuff. I've only seen, like, one or two, I guess you call them routes, but, like, as far as, like, the endgame stuff, I have done my best to avoid it. So this is partially blind, you know, like, once we get to, like, the halfway point, I guess, that's when it gets, that's when it's gonna get real. Let's see. Hold on, preferences. Let me turn down the music just a little bit. Is that a little bit better, guys? Oh. Alright, well... I guess this is the start of our journey. I guess I'm getting the pre-stream jitters, as they say. You got this? I know. I mean, it's not every day you slay a princess. Usually you save them. Oh, and by the way, this game has phenomenal voice acting, as you'll see. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, It will be the end of the world.
The end of the world. Okay, there's a lot of options here. This is I turn around and leave. That's always an option. Turn around and leave. The end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't anyone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Mark. Viva la revolution.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up? Do you have a single fact to back that up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to the world is because she's locked up? Can't someone else do this? Look, I'll go into the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, maybe I'll stay here, but I'm not committing to anything till I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Oh, trust me, my pull-out game is phenomenal.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hold on, there's two of you? Oh, there's no finger. Okay, I guess I gotta proceed to the cabin. Always time to bash the narrator.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay, I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but that is a textbook way to describe stuff in D&D. Say this was we weren't playing a video game and I was we were at a table playing Dungeons & Dragons. I would that's exactly how you'd want to describe it. You would give a description of the surroundings, give them things to go off of, the smell, the taste in the air, how dusty things is, get stuff to give people a visual, that's sorry, I always like to go off on little tangents about that. It just really makes you almost feel like you're there.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, Well, I'm a rogue, so I might as well equip a dagger.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and
The
save
cursor
the
has a
world
knife now.
without it.
I do that too, and I know some say that in some games with the narrator around is all, or try to not follow the story. Oh, the music also turned off, if you noticed that too. See, is there anything else I can click? No? Alright. You know, sorry, 1 second, guys. I'm going
The door
to...
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive
There we go.
place.
I don't know why I haven't done that before,
The
honestly.
air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I like assertive women.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi, Toast. Thank you for the newts. Let's see. Well, I think saying hi is just be a bit casual. Checking in on you, that seems maybe a good way to go about it. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. That's always a good way to go. That's a good way to introduce yourself. But hi, Toast. How are you doing, hun? We are playing Slay the Princess, and we just got to the princess, or we're about to. Hope you're having a good day, hun. Let's see. I think I'll continue down the stairs to get a good look at her first before I say anything.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yeah, she is like, I don't know, maybe it's just the art style. Yeah, she's really pretty.
Focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Probably. What? No way, why'd you ever think of that? Okay, you caught me, I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. The fuck you mean, nuh-uh? I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, steal your nerves, and step forward. Let's see, I haven't decided yet is a very rogue thing to say. But I like, what? No way, why'd you even think that? It's good.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
It's probably not a good idea.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Oh man, I can't even talk. I can't talk first. I have to like either drop it or grab it. Well, I mean, she's chained up. What's the worst thing she can do?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
That's always a good option.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
I wish I had like that clip of Bow of the Whale. If you know the clip I'm talking about, you know the one I'm talking about. So pretty.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I've had more awkward starts to a relationship. I mean, I'm in a relationship with a 30-foot-long lamia that threatened to turn me into a slave, and now we're girlfriends. So, yeah, I mean, I think I can take you in a fight. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Go with the relationship thing.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
That's fair. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay, how would I get you out of here? That's... Maybe save that one if we do decide to let her out. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There are people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? How long have you been down here? Do you know I'm here to kill you? Could keep probing her for questions.
Too long.
Very coy, very coy.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay. There are people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than inclined to trust them. I'm gonna deflect. It's a roguish thing to do, right? What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what
Yeah,
she'd
despite
do
being
with her
chained.
life.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's kind of hot.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Don't you try to out-tongue a rogue, hun.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. We've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Man, it's like the first choice and it's already so tough. Like, I'm definitely not letting her out of here. But she hasn't quite given me a reason to slay her yet. Keep her blocked? Yeah, I think that would be good. Well, it seems like the stuff here is getting bigger. Need to run and take care of something. Have a good stream, kitty. Good luck. No problem, hon. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think keeping her locked up is going to be a good idea.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Oh yeah, that is threatening.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Crap, I don't want to... She's so pretty though. God. But she's kind of being a bitch. I'm just gonna keep her locked up. I can take her in a fight.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
You can still turn around and finish the job.
Nope, stick to the plan.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Huh? it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
No.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Hey, I was either this or killing you.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
So all that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not innocent or harmless, you're just a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved.
Wait, hold on. If it was a pull, how did the table? Anyway, if it opens up the other side, the other way, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Shit.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
No, I need my spleen.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
Come on, I can stab her. I can stab her.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Come on, use the last of your strength to stab her in the throat and slay her.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that was a short stream. Thanks, everybody. Alright, let's see who we can rate. I'm joking. Chapter 2. The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened already? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did happen already. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't.
Also fair.
All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you?
We died.
No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Instead of killing her like the game might want us to do this time, let's see what would happen if we free her.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
We're the chosen one. Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
Just being around her in the end shut down all of my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do about that? Yeah, that's... who locked her in the basement? What is this place? That's a good question.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is it falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us? I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her.
Something telling me we are some kind of tribute or offer?
That's just the way it is.
Fortunately, it's not for Snoo Snoo.
And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Need to know, yeah, need to know basis, and apparently we don't need to know, despite us being the ones that are going to slay the princess.
He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here.
Just being around her in the end shut down all my organs. What am I supposed to do
Like I
about
said,
that?
if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn and leave.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
That's fair.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
All right.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the
Oh, boy.
walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
Yeah, I think we're kind of screwed about that. We don't have any way to lock her up.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
Yeah, we're more than two minds about this, so we need to focus. We need to be in sync. Come on, guys. Teamwork. Come on.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You're right.
Oh,
I
thank
was
you for the
sitting
posture
up on my eyes watching us, and I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Oh, there's definitely a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We
Yes,
have
there is.
to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Where's the mirror?
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Maybe it was an illusion. Or maybe we're seeing things. Alright. Time to equip the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
The wisdom of steel, like Conan said.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Or a gun?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
This whole cabin is different than I remember it being. Yeah, there was a door. The table wasn't flipped over, and oh yeah, there's no window. What? Oh. I was gonna say that there's no window frame, but there are things looking at us. That actually caught me off guard. Holy shit. I was like looking at the log things, and then I look to the left and I see the eyes staring at us. Shit. Yeah, a lot different.
Very different.
There's one right there too.
He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality.
Wait, are those the voices? No. Are they wearing crowns?
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Maybe they're the voices in our head? I don't know. I'm sure it'll be explained later. Well, I guess we got no other choice but to enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Why do you say that?
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
I hope we're thinking the same kind of fun.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How does it throw a knife? We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists about it. Step off into the void between the stairs. No, I do not want to fall into the back rooms. How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless.
If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place.
That's why I have multiple knives.
It'll be enough.
Yeah, talking to her didn't work last time. I doubt it's gonna work this time. We don't need to plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator thinks I can do it. I don't know why you're all being so pessimist right now.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist.
I'm just asking questions.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not.
Why not?
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Well, that right side has eyes on it. So,
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Back the way you came? That's always an option. Go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh, shit.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Not gonna lie, that's hot.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think!
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
The fuck you mean she is supposed to be like this? You're the one who told us that.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
You see, this is what I was talking about. Like, just sheer fucking willpower to push back death itself.
Okay,
We're the main character after all. We're the chosen one.
You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
liver.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Lungs. Why? Liver. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Let's see. Why don't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? Let's see, we don't have to be enemies, we can work together, we can be friends even. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst. Toss the blade and remain within your nightmare. Okay, let's get out of here. Leave together. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. Run. Slay the princess.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
We did it.
We did it.
Actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I can be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she?
I don't like that.
We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
Wait, what?
She falls to the ground, liver unmoving.
House of No Leave.
Lungs, liver, nerves. Oh, I can stop now, can't I?
I knew you should have asked what was going on.
I can. Finally.
But we slayed the princess, guys. We did it.
And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right?
But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
It means that you're stuck here. Forever.
The fuck you mean we're stuck here forever?
No. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, I hate this.
Time passes.
Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right?
No, it won't.
That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end.
I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though, does it?
What do you mean?
We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
No, I think it's between her boobs.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
Because right now, you don't want us to do that.
You're right. I don't.
But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
That's a good point. It's like they know about the time loops. Or the time loop.
I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours.
God, why does my phone always blow up when I'm streaming? Turn on silent mode. There we go.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life.
Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
But I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys, what more do I need? Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens? Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places? That's a good question, actually.
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't.
Okay, so you're stuck with me.
Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or dehydrate?
That's a grim thought, innit?
But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
It's not like it matters if I die, I'll just come back again.
Ah, yes. The whole looping thing. How unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once.
He knows.
I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you?
Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us?
Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now?
No.
How about now?
Still no.
I'm gonna wear you down eventually. Might as well spill those sweet secrets now, then we'll have something else to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it. I'm not. Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can. The narrator continues to ignore you.
Aw, it doesn't let me just keep doing it infinitely. Well, I guess people would get stuck thinking it would be. That's disappointed though. Alright.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Oh, dang, I know if you can't see it, but the cursor, the knife is bloody. Throw the blade into the void. No. Honestly, quick and somewhat painful is better than slow and excruciatingly painful.
I don't like this, but I suppose there's not much I can do to stop you, is there? You raise the blade to your neck and slit your carotid artery. Here we go. You'd better get this right next time, do you hear me? Don't blow it.
What do you mean don't blow it? You're the one that
Everything
blew it.
goes dark, and you die.
The Wraith. Oh. I don't like the sound of that.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit.
I do not like this.
This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on.
But wait, we killed ourselves
And on.
in Minecraft.
Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included.
Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice.
Mm-hmm.
All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again.
Yeah, but the last woods I was in was less dark and spidery.
This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job. all
Right. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Yes and no. How's that possible?
Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Ooh.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. Might as well do it now. There's something else we haven't tried. Turn around and leave. I mean, yeah, that's option.
I'm begging you, don't do this. You're going to damn everything to oblivion. You have to do yet here we are.
There's got to be a crack in this world somewhere. If he's looking in at us, there has to be a way out.
Ugh, fine. You walk down the path away from the cabin. For all our sakes that you change your mind before it's too late.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh, you losing reception?
What's going on? Where are we?
What?
I don't know. But it feels like home. It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
Oh, sorry. I rode around you and around the physical matter. Sorry. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations, pulse louder as something other comes close. Oh. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. This is a nightmare. Wake up. It's not.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
He's pretty seen dialogue by hitting tab and keyboard. Okay. Let's see. So it's like the very start of the game. Like, it's not even like you'll know it really Slay the princess starts here. You'll know it when you see it. Oh my god, that was perfectly timed. I was like, wait, we're right back at the start, and then she meant the start of the game. Like, oh my god. Try and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know?
Quietly continue down the path from away from the cabin. Yep.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
People die when they are killed.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, well I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I want to just keep trekking through the wilderness till I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility.
Oh, let's make my head hurt.
You care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The end. Chapter 2. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, you aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
I like this one.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it?
We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay, yep, definitely in camp now where I'm going to definitely slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying. Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Yeah.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult.
Yeah,
for
fuck
sake
the
of
narrator. Let's help the princess.
Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior
What the
is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors.
Oh,
projected
look at
across
that.
what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted.
Look at that.
Inch
When I
here, a
look
foot
left and
there,
right, it...
such that the seams are never quite visible enough
Ugh.
for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
There's that mirror again, too.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
I like that idea.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong.
Yeah, it's like...
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
This opportunity only comes with... Okay, I can't... I was...
Nothing,
Sorry, I was gonna
because you're
try
going
and
to
do the
pull yourself
Eminem
together.
lyrics.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah?
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay, I'm fine.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Okay, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that.
then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our
Oh
thumb
yeah,
at
that is
the
factually true.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Oh, it even changed on the cursor too.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
It
really doesn't matter. Just get on with it.
And throw the blade out the window.
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place.
Okay.
None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Don't like
If the
that.
princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall.
yeah, that's
No
true.
way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to win this day.
That's I like this voice. Soft stairs to the right, center staircase, harsh stairs to the left. Guess the center staircase might as well be a good idea.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
Yikes, this would fuck with your mind.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
What? Huh?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears.
What?
And you can feel yourself begin to untether.
What?
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain
and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Oh,
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
that was
Princess,
trippy.
eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
For now. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down
What
here
the
forever,
fuck?
aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
A girl for every voice. What? What? Why is this all... I'm getting you out of here, trying for here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can trust... What? There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I, which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Could always start by retrieving the blade.
The one he made us throw out the window? I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us.
Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kinda hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Let's see what happens if you ask them their name.
Princess.
Princess?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Oh, that was...
Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
That's the one we met before.
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Everall, I know you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Ah.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
I'm scaroused.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
We need to get out of here.
If I let you out here, what are you gonna do?
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. I just want to live my life. I'm not going to dance for you. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking this is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Alright, last thing we can do.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
What the?
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Jeez, I feel bad for her. This is...
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
How surprisingly sincere.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? What are we supposed to do now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that. I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You are at the cabin. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're the thing I met in the space outside the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream. Is this the end of the world? Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? What happens now? Attack the entity, destroy your body. The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
You're the thing I'm in the space outside the woods, aren't you?
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite, The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty.
Take the blade.
You take the blade.
Wait, is it control or shift? There we go. Enter the basement.
Her voice.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Ooh la la.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster.
Tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Finish her. Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her
Damn it.
through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Ooh.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Flee and lock her in the basement. I can't. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Fun?
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
What's that?
do you really think this is the end?
She knows.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary. Oh god.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement, you're here to slay her.
Getting a terrible sense of
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. If he doesn't remember,
Oh, shoot.
you know I can hear you, right? That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The
Oh,
only
oh,
thing
that's
that
why I can't
matters
skip it. It's 'cause
is
it's the-
marching up to that cabin and winning.
And win.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
It's more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume time.
Those are two very different. Let's say for a moment that this. If you're back, we did our best with the information we were given.
And we did
And
kill her.
We did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That is a good question. Is it like a time loop or like alternate universe kind of thing? That is a very good question.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
That's a barbarian way of thinking, that's for sure.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Let's go.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
How is it wood and stone? Anyway.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
I almost like the stubborn as much as the contrarian, actually.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade. There's definitely... There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall. It's really...
Wiped it clean.
You reach forward and rub your... It was there a second, and now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
This whole cabin's different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope so. Focus.
Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement. Alright.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Whoa.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Sorry, can you take a sip of water real quick? Much better. Do we have to say this one? Can we just, like, remove one letter from that? It's just sheesh.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, is she gonna use that as, like, a weapon? I've seen that before.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I have to, choose my words carefully here because my family's back home and I can't really go full horny. Yes. Yes. I hope you heard all that, Mr. Nader. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened.
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look different. In a good way.
You look exactly the same.
So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
3 minutes. Impressive.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think we two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. I don't know what happened to you since last time but we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye, coward. Yeah, I'm saying I'm not here to fight, but I wanted to talk about, like, the, both of us still being alive part.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
No comment. No comment.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Actually here to free you. I mean, yeah, we're here to attack, I guess, fight. Oh my god! Callie! Oh my god, hi! It's so good to see you. I was really lurking in your stream. How are you doing, hun? Let me give you a little shout out. Raccoon VT. There we go. Raccoon Raid, hi. It's good to see you, hun. Let's see, what clips are gonna come on?
Fuck, really? Nice.
Hi, is that a...
Stop. You stop, booby lady. Jesus! Alright, hold on. Fuck. Oh, it's been a while. Okay. Fucking A.
But yeah, how are you doing, hun? Thank you for the Raccoon Raid. Hello, everybody. My name is June Julie. I am a tabletop tuber, and we are currently playing Slay the Princess. But right now, I want to do... I'm trying to say this delicately. I want to take out one letter from that word. As you can see, we the princess. We fought them, and we slayed them. But then they came back as a giant, tall, buff demon lady, and they are they want to take another swing at me. But how are you, Callie? How was Pokemon Black and White? I hope it was good, hun. Thank you for sharing your viewers with me. It was really good to see you again. I wish I could have lurked more in your stream, but I was doing a little busy. If you need to go and rest up or eat, it's perfectly fine. But thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it, hon. It's really good to see you. But yeah, we kind of at for those of you that are joining us, we're kind of at a crossroads here because we can either free the princess or attack them, and I would say that about this, I think we want to still fight them. I mean, I personally don't. I want to do other things like out to dinner. But yeah, let's see. I guess to kind of stop beating around the bush here, we'll just fight the princess.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Alright, here we go.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Slay the Princess easily, your favorite game? Yeah, this is like my first playthrough of it. I kind of know a few of the things, like we did one where we tried to trap the princess in the basement, but she came back as a spooky ghost lady. That was the first one we did, and we did another one where we kept trying to leave the cabin, and that like caused all the things to go wonky and glitch out and be like shattered glass. It was really weird. Spectre? Oh yeah, she's really pretty, honestly. For being spooky ghost lady with a mask face, she's really pretty. But did not expect Demon Muscle Mommy Princess. That is definitely that's definitely checking my boxes. Anyway, we are fighting though, unfortunately. We're making... I wish I could make love, not war, but here we are. Oh,
she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs.
But I need my ribs.
Right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
No, forgive me, Muscle Mommy.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
Damn it, she knows. She knows, chat. She knows.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic.
It's a cool thing I can tell you
Leave her
about
out
Paradox
of that
Princess. You
course
could explore on a second playthrough if you want, but I don't mind keeping my secrets. Oh, you can... Wait, there's more stuff if you go the same route? Really? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thank you, Moth. I appreciate that. I'll definitely want to be spoiler-free as much as possible, but thank you for letting me know that there's more route or more paths to take in the same route.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
I'm sorry, but this is just a lovely angle. Strike at her heart head on. I mean, it's what she wants. Gotta give a lady what she wants, right?
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Yeah, that's true. Do I listen to the voice of reason or the voice of aggression? That's, come on. Think. Frick it, we'll...
A new follower.
Thank you so much for the follow, Moth. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the gaming table. Hope you enjoy your stay as we, fight the hot demon lady.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Great hot demon lady. I do. What are you talking about?
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to...
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. Collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
My internal organs, no.
We're fine.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it.
I like how the voices just like bicker amongst each other, like...
It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
Oh, you can kind of see like the sketch marks from the thing. Like, I don't know if you guys, I said at the start, but for those who don't know, everything in here is hand drawn on paper. Like, I think there are some, like, you know, effects like for, you know, the parallax, like, you know, the digital stuff, you know, like how the stars move when I look left to right, but everything else is, literally everything else is pencil and paper. That is really cool, in my opinion.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
It's a great game for lovers of bickering. Stubborn might be your favorite voice. Yeah, the Contrarian was, I definitely, Contrarian and Stubborn definitely high up there. Aren't you jumping the gun a little here? We each died once, but doesn't that mean we're immortal? Were you being metaphorical when you said that nothing exists outside of us? There's more to this world than just this cabin. I saw trees and everything on my way here. Don't you want to be free, though? Is there more to life than waking up chained in a basement, fighting to death and endless loop? I actually think I'm done fighting. I don't think this is healthy for either of us. A little too late for that. Pick up the blade and attack her again. Yeah.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
And then you switch to the princess before you die.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
Oh?
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
No, we've been through this song and dance before. If we kill each other, we're just gonna come back to the start.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right.
What?
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet.
No.
Alive.
She's dead.
Ah, I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
I hope so.
No, she's dead. She has to be. No!
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love how it just snapped up before he... Like, the text kind of gave it away, but... I love how the...
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
It's kind of hot, I'm not gonna lie.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
That's what you want to tell yourself.
Just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Yeah, calling him out for his BS. The narrator is full of crap.
Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. But you did say it, so it means something.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now,
why the
there's
bloody
still
hell not?
There's a thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
The princess can't die, the princess can't die, the princess can't die. I mean, like, the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late. I think we're all through that. We all thought that one. The princess can't die. I'm not going to say the princess can't die. I'm not going to think it. The princess can't die. The princess can't die. The princess can't die. The princess can't die.
Yes.
That which cannot
Exactly.
die cannot die.
Like, the princess can't die. I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it?
So what we think becomes reality? Is that, like mind over matter? Or is it literally like we're some sort of... we have control over the world?
Yes. Like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
Wait, how can you pour a drink in my head? That's... how can you have, like, do I have like a fully stocked bar in my head? Is it not? Is it by the pool table?
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Yeah, this is basically like Valhalla. You know, just like eternal combat. And, you know, if I had to choose between a big Viking dude or a big, tall demon lady, I think I'd choose the demon lady.
But I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can
I'm a
flick
sucker for
on and
endless
off.
embrace, even if it's combat.
And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable.
Excuse me.
And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
Shouldn't have drank all that soda. My bad. I do apologize.
Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
Yeah, it's like time like frozen because she's just been kind of staring us down this whole time.
It's time. Yes, I suppose it is. If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out. I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary. Can we try the
With
snoo route?
unbreakable
At least
determination,
once?
you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, Grinding
my
against
God.
her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage. And then we get up. Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating
God.
blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first,
oh,
and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment.
Wow, that one with the guts is pretty brutal, but also, or the face too. That one's pretty nasty. But the one she's stepping on, POV, Demon Mommy steps on you. Can I get that like as like a printout? Just that drawing. Anyway.
And then you get up and do it again, and again.
Oh, she's
and
breaking her
again,
arm in that one. Oh.
And again, and again, and again.
I think that one will slice off her fingers. Ew.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer. He will never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It is time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Trust me. We've been here before. And you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Hell yeah.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Man, the voices in my head are really cool. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen. and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Everything you say seems like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, but they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin. Wonder if I should just turn the auto text on.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale
Kinda like
and
interjecting
musty,
my own
and the floor and
commentary on
walls
it,
are
so I'll leave
painted
it
in a
off.
fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Continue down the stairs. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight for it.
Good. You're still listening.
We're gonna listen to the narrator this time. Unfortunately.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just...
She's unarmed.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, her...
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
This hurts me.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
You do seem pretty chill with having a knife in your chest, so...
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
I'm sorry if there's background noise, guys. I'm sorry.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Everyone...
Okay, I did not... okay. Okay, that was coincidence, but I've... did not intend to do that. Did not...
What's done is done. And there's no...
I know this route, but... that wasn't intentional. I also did similar things after the carved textures in my heartline.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even... Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Yeah, it's bullshit that we're basically cursed to live in a purgatory in a tiny cabin. Hell no, do you have any idea how to get the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful...
Oh, Oh, sorry. I accidentally clicked right click. My bad.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Anything to get us to get out of this hell. Yeah, because this is hell.
Thank you.
Like seriously, this is like literally you're spending decades in a tiny box with literally nothing outside.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
Dude, this literally has nothing but a table, not even a chair. Don't even have Netflix in here.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones,
Oh, Jesus.
though the blade you used to
Forgot
slay
about that.
her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Hooray!
The end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard, you for now on my stir tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, let's see. I'm
Those
telling
are
the
two
truth.
very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. But believe it or not, I care about you. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Yeah, fuck the narrator.
Just stay focused, will you? A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
And a mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body, so we can be done with this.
I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Wow, what's that? That's such a downer. Yeesh. Let's just enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yeah?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Ah. Yep. The cutest princess.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
So she adjust myself on the chair because
And she's right there.
Ow.
We could probably grab
something
her
popped.
and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Wait and see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing victim. You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that. It wouldn't be hard to do it again. I'm sorry. Is there any way I can make it up to you? The people wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. What do you want from me? If I knew I'd end up wanting to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too. Now I'm not fooling around like you. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. what can you even do to hurt me? It's not that you do not want to tempt fate like that. After I killed you in his cabin, I want to say it teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. I guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. You were going to end the world. I was told that you were going to end the world. Okay, clearly saying you isn't going to work. What do you want? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? If you're Dan, then there really isn't much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll be good going. Right, I don't think there's much more for us to talk about. I'm going to get my blade, and then the two of us can fight. Grab Princess. Nope. Let's see. See, it's like I was trying to tell you. In the woods, this already happened. We killed her.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened, but you have a job to finish.
Finish how? We already did what you told us, and now she's a ghost.
There's a perfectly pristine blade waiting for you upstairs. You could always use it to, I don't know, slay her. And then what? And then you'll have saved the world.
And then you'll lock us in the void again.
I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after?
You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? You're going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
Yes, you
What
were.
an interesting choice of emphasis.
I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Is there any way I can make it to you? The people who wanted me in the enemy. Let's see. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up.
Nobody tricked you. I'm sure that other me gave you wholly accurate information that you wisely chose to act on.
The enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home. Is that really so much to ask?
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Do you know why you came back? Is there any way I can help you get home? Do you need me to bury those bones? Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself? No. What do you want from me? If I knew, let's see, I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why are we different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips
Gosh, she's
tingle
so Hello? Am I back? Am I back? Hello? What the hell? That was so weird. My internet didn't die, but OBS just disconnected itself. What the hell? Well, it seemed to fix itself. Is the stream still up? Did it close and... Are you guys still there? Can you hear me? Okay, looks like it's back up on the dashboard. Hope it didn't skip too much. I'm very sorry about that, guys. I'm very, very sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Back to the game.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
But she looks so cute.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
This will just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Don't much like the sound of that. It's crowded enough in here as is. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
My bones.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as... So,
oh shit.
It doesn't work like that for you?
Sorry, I did not... I accidentally skipped the thing. I did not realize I was in one go. My bad. I'm sorry about that.
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor.
Yeah, like that one. Like,
Are they also
I had to click it before
supposed
her line came on.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
Nope.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
Mm-hmm.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I can't tolerate, there's too much noise. Just leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
That's
It
a good
doesn't
point.
mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Also a good point.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Also a good point.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine.
You see the...
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Nope. Going forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Fair enough.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Oh, come on.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, it's really just you push down on the thing with your thumb.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Yeah. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Philip.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I meant to be.
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, trust me. You've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You don't need to comfort him.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the inside is gonna be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Whatever makes you happy.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything makes me like you more, I don't know what this is about me. No, not really. It makes this. It's all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinions one way or the other. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate you. I think I hate you. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward. except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Alright. One last route, guys.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Sorry, just checking pings on Discord. Alright. Can we just skip?
You're here to slay her.
Okay. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, but if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll see her. Yeah,
Then I guess we'll just have to see.
Okay, proceed to the cabin. There we go. Alright.
The interior of
Past
the
this
cabin is
runtime, let's
almost
go.
entirely bare.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Yeah.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Oh, she's so cute. She's beautiful, man. That's... the art style, I just can't... it's the... I don't know, something just like pencil lines just make things look so nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Mm-hmm.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Mm-hmm.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
It's okay, we'll get you out of here.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Haha, I like how it's only save the princess. That's the only option we have.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Okay, real talk, how does that not, like, cause her to bleed out? You know, if you're just, like, cutting straight through the thing. Anyway.
You cut into her flesh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
But she's still so cute.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hell no.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Mm-mm.
Watch me.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Stop it. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, sweetie. You're trying your best.
We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
This same princess, like, just casually chewed through her own arm. It's like...
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe...
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay, it's like the most overt like reference to the fact that they're like a bird, you know, like besides the claw hands and the preening, you know, like they specifically say feather. So we're like a bird person. I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully we'll find out. Enter the basement. We don't need the blade. Not for our beloved princess.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Yeah, technicality.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
So that confirms it. It's not time travel, it's universe travel or different dimensions. Who knows? You killed me last time, I heard a lot. I didn't bring a knife, do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? Yeah. Let's see, I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator sent me here to kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Yeah.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Exactly. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Well, we're on Twitch, so that cuts down our options. We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Oh wow, intertwined fingers already? On the... I'm sorry about the noise, guys. Intertwined fingers on the first date already.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Yeah, there's no one there, though.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
This is the good ending, guys. I think I've got this. Oh, no, I'm sorry about them fighting in the background, guys. I wish if I had a... Anyway, I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
I love how pissed off the narrator
princess,
gets.
make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Nope, not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Stop it. I'm very sorry about them fighting, guys. It's kind of funny how juxtaposed it is. You know, we have a literal fairy tale ending, and then reality just cuts through my headphones like a knife to remind me how... Stop it with all these interruptions. We're aiming at my mind. We're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh. You don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay, trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we are real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I do not know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. When I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. He does. I don't know why, but I know that for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
It's the first time it just automatically cuts me dying. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright. We're going to save that here, guys. And that was, a mostly blind playthrough of Save the Princess. I'm sorry that, the ending kind of got a little soured by, the background noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the VOD, but I can hear it through my headphones. And, yeah, but this was a very fun experience, and thank you again to Callie for the raid, and thank you everybody for stopping by and watching. All those that were lurking or chatting in the chat, I had a great time. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that this is the life I have right now. Things will be different soon, I hope. But I hope everyone has a lovely night. And, let's see. Let's see, who is online for us to raid so we can end this already? Chonky's online. We can raid them, or Zero. I'll flip a coin. How about that? Roll D2. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 for Zero, 2 for Chonky. 2 for Chonky. Okay, we're gonna raid Chonky, guys. Raid Chonky _ senpai. And here's the raid message. I'm very sorry to cut this short, guys. I want this to be, I want to go before things get ugly, or this really had to ruin the great stream I had. No, it didn't ruin it. I'm not gonna let it ruin it. I had a great time, and I had a fun time playing, and I hope everyone has a great night. I will see you all next time. Hopefully that's gonna be soon and a lot better than... Yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream, guys. Have a good one. Oh yeah, if raid message thing, the first one if you're subbed, second one if you're not subbed, you can use your own emotes if you want, or own message, I don't. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good time, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.